Hey gentlemen, what is up? NYK31 here, Madden 19. So I'm bringing this series back. It's been a couple of Madden since I've done this, where I'm going to run through every playbook in the game and do a little synopsis of each one and rank them. And I'm starting with the Bears here, and yeah, we're going to see real soon the problem with a lot of these playbooks as I'm going through single back doubles and looking for stuff to run. And first play of the game, I'm trying to run, well, I'm trying to get audible set as well, so I have to take a timeout there. But anyway, so you want to run the quick slant, huh? Well, here's your problem with quick slant. These slant routes just run into hooks. The slant routes are too flat. They don't go far enough up the field. When you throw a quick slant, you want to lead the receiver in a way that he can get yard after the catch. And you don't do that by running a flat slant route there that runs right into buzzed hard flats or a hook zone. You run it where he can head up the field. You know, not quite a skinny post, of course, but the slant route has to be a lot more sharp as opposed to flat and like that, where it just runs into traffic. But anyhow, you know, outside of that, you just have pretty ordinary stuff. And really, I don't think the playbook's got a whole heck of a lot of additions compared to 2 Maddens ago, when A-Dub did, you know, quite a bit of work on them. You may have some new stuff here and there, but I don't think I know that it's not anywhere near as expansive as, you know, the previous Madden 17, as I run, you know, spot there. And this is a good opponent to go against. He's playing some hard flat, cloud flat combos, and he's going to do some cross banding with the safeties. So you'll see how it stacks up against a lot of the nonsense that you see. And my general own little house rule here is that I don't go crazy with hot routes. I only hot route to either correct a concept or to, you know, create a concept that I feel like I need to have out of that formation that doesn't exist, which you end up doing a lot. Which is another problem with the playbooks. You have several formations that just don't have a whole heck of a lot of practical use. Here I'm running strong slot. You can run dagger, you can run the curl flat there, but that's pretty much it pass-wise. The play action blocking from under center we all know was a, you know, hit or miss affair at best. Here I'm running power and not getting a whole heck of a lot. And that's going to start getting me into the shotgun and opening up a lot more. Shotgun stance aren't that bad. I don't really like the Y offset double stuff. Spread Y slot is where I pretty much spend a lot of my time. That and the wide bunch sets. They have a couple of those. They have a Y trip set. But this Y slot set is pretty good. It's really tough to screw up a spread set. You're almost always going to have, you know, something to run. Again, single high, 2 high, your shot plays. Like here you have, you know, shallow cross, you have zone read, post, you have some Y crosses there, play action read, you got smash, curl flat, flat outs. Pretty solid stuff there, and it's spaced well. You know, the spread sets, both the traditional, you know, 4 receiver spread set and the Y spread sets, the splits are pretty nice. Here, I was going to be reading the right side of the field, but again, he had a defender crossband and booking to that side, which is just stupid. And I was forced to go to the backside, and I was able to hit that since he had, you know, hard flat there. I had a nice little window. Gonna pop a little zone read. Option the defender out of there to even out the numbers. Don't get a whole heck of a lot. Really, the go-to formations out of this for shotgun Ys are the spread, the tray Y, the Y trips, the bunch wide, and the bunch open. Now, neither one of them have a whole heck of a lot as attractive to the meta side of the game, but I kind of liked them. Able to get a nice, you know, clean read of the bunch side, and I was able to run the ball pretty nicely when He walks dudes out, again, cross-man stuff. I'm going to step up there. I didn't really want to risk the ball trajectory there with this user between him and the tight end. So I just dumped it off to Ricky Williams. I'm going to stay in bunch wide here. Outside zone, don't bother running. Outside zone does not work at all out of most shotgun sets. Your best bet if you're going to be running an outside zone or want to run outside out of the shotgun is if guys are pinching their line, bounce inside zone to the B and C gap. As Kittle does not animate there, because I ran the wide trail. Gun Y offset, and this is where you have the college flavor, the college spread flavor that you would expect to see out of Matt Nagy's offense, which isn't in the game. I have a feeling that the Bears playbook and the Chiefs playbook are going to be very similar to each other, and neither having much of a resemblance to what they actually run. You do have a decent West Coast shotgun style passing game that you can run with your smash concepts. You have some angle routes, you have some shallow crosses and some posts. But you don't have that misdirection type of game aside of those trail motion plays here. You got a trip sauce set here with the vertical stems to the outside, the deep comebacks. And again here, I'm just going to be paying attention to what the slot defender is going to be doing. If he's going to be in a cloud flat, he's going to give up his reroute, and I'm going to have that seam wide open. Now we're going to tempo it. I think I'm going to run the ball here. Yep, I'm going to run here. Fall forward, Ricky Williams. Third and short. And what I'm going to do here, I'm going to change this to a... Actually, no, that's coming up later. I'm going to keep a spot concept on here, but I forget which guys were in the corner. And I threw it way too late. And it goes right out of bounds. I couldn't remember if it was R1 or X that was the corner route, and that happened. But I'm going to go for it here. Gun tray is pretty good. Level sail, not level sail, levels, dagger, slot fade you got there. Yeah, you got level sails there. Those post crossers. One drawback with going with playbooks that you're unfamiliar with is getting delay game penalties because you're not really confident with where you're navigating. So anyway, I gave up the ball there, so I'm back on offense here in the second half. Going to go back under center. There's just not a whole heck of a lot to do. You have a deuce close set here out of the Bears playbook, but deuce close is outside of wham. You don't really have in a play action cross play. You don't really have much there. Single back wide trips. You don't have a lot here. You got slot drive, China, HB screen, 4 verts. So you got maybe 3 pass plays out of that entire set that you can actually run. I'm going to be running stick here. And I'm going to audible to a weak side dive. Again, Ricky falling forward. Yeah, the play action shot cross you got there, that's okay. But this is what I mean. There's just not a whole heck of a lot out of this formation that's usable. They really got to work on the mechanics as far as throwing mechanics, player movement mechanics, spacing. Here I'm running stick, and I'm correcting that little out route there to a flat route. If you run the out route there with stick, you'll get horrible spacing between the tight end's option route and the slot receiver, and you'll have sometimes they might even collide with each other, but you'll definitely have a situation where one defender can cover both those routes. So change that to a flat route. Anytime you see a stick concept with that little short out route by the slot receiver, you'll be a million times better for it. Strong eye twins, just good old-fashioned power here. The under center stuff is just so bleh. Bleh. Not a lot of it works, and not a lot of imagination. That wouldn't be nearly the case if under center play action was more viable. That's where most of your shot plays when you go in the center or work in the center come from. Play action to open up windows due to the running linebackers expecting run action and throwing over it. But, you know, in Madden, that's not a thing. AI defenders do not get influenced. They're hard to throw over, and the user backer is tough to negotiate as well. Gun ace offset, buck sweep, never run, 0-1 trap. You might be able to run. They've watered down 0-1 trap a lot over the years, over the past couple of years. It gets instantaneously blown up by the tackle more often than it doesn't. I'm not going to run quick slant here. I'm going to run play action verts. I'm going to change Rice there to curl. This is in case that guy isn't in front of him. Hit the one-on-one shot there, get a bad throw. Going for it again. The playbook is running down again. Will I get another delay game penalty? Yes, I will. I'm just being a dope. Come on. Move faster. One thing this playbook has is a ton of ways to run smash. Didn't run smash that much this game. I didn't really have too many, looks that I felt confident that I could, run it against. I'm going to go to bunch wide here, and what I'm going to do here, I think I'm either calling spot or the curl play. I'm going to change that curl to a streak, create a sail concept, because there's virtually no sail concepts in the vast majority of the playbooks in the game, which is insane. He's going to be in protect the sticks, so I'm just going to throw that corner route over that cloud flat once the deep third corners run off. I'm going to stay in this formation for a little while. I'm going to end up living in this formation. This is really the formation that I did a lot of work from. This, the spread Y, and the bunch offset. Clear out is pretty nice. Only really have one route there. That's a bit of a waste of time. That chair route, against the way most people play, is not going to be very effective. Well, that particular chair route's not going to be. We're going to be in gun tight slots here. Mesh is not bad. Wheel switch is okay. As a matter of fact, that's what I'm going to be in right here. You do have a few ways to run spot as well, and that's what these playbooks desperately need. They need more concept overlap and route tags to the base concept. I like that spot had a wheel tag to it, where the others had a corner. Stuff like that is how you constrain a defense once they start overplaying stuff. Like if you're a team that runs a whole heck of a lot of shallow cross and mesh, a great constraint off of that is mesh return, where you have the meshing receivers break bat on a pivot route to the sideline when they start overplaying the inside. Or you have mesh post, where you run a post route over your square in. That's the kind of imagination these playbooks lack. Gonna go Trey Y flex, and again got some zone read here. So you got a very small sprinkling of the collegiate stuff that you would see Mitch Trubisky run, but not nearly enough of it. Not nearly enough. Gonna gain some good yardage there. Trey open offset is Y shallow cross. I actually like this auto motion, and again I like that there's a square in coming the opposite side of it. Again, that's the kind of stuff I'm talking about. That's a well-designed play. And you got a wheel there as well. But here I'm going to hit the check down and just try to get a little bit closer. And what's nice is that out of that same auto motion, you can run mesh. Again, constraints. More of them. More constraints out of core concepts, combined with eliminating user players from being able to just cover a billion different levels at once, and offense would open up so much more. The empty set is nothing to write home about. As a matter of fact, I'm going to call timeout. Actually, no, it's just going to go to 2-minute warning, and I'm going to reset. Don't have a QB draw. I don't like an empty set that does not have a QB draw on it. I like to have the QB run threat out of the empty set. I think it hampers you greatly when it's not there. Trey Y offset flex. We're going to go double post here. Got the over route in the square in. The over route in the square in, it looks better than it really is. The square in takes so long to get going. Double post is alright there. I hit the front one, but it gets, caught out of bounds. So I have to settle for 3. That's another thing. These receivers take forever to get into that route or their routes. There's no suddenness or urgency to their route running. And as a result, you have very little quick game, which makes you very susceptible to being blitzed. I mean, what quick game you have is basically limited to table routes and drags. This play's a nightmare waiting to happen. I'm going to audible out of that. I kind of want to try to play action, but I thought better of it. Just run the damn ball. Don't do anything crazy. Gain your 3 yards with this crazy game pushing you forward. Again, not a lot here out of Slot Eye Twins. Flanker dig. The play action dagger is okay if you change that route to a skinny post. But you have to have, the route running chem to do that. Otherwise, you're stuck. Double slant's terrible. Just going to run power and get stuffed. And again, this is your issue running an under center offense. Don't have a lot to work with pass-wise, so that leads to you having to run the 2 runs in the set that work, and you get screwed. 3rd and 5. What do I do here? I don't remember. Yeah, I'm just going to streak Moss here. If I get one-on-one, I'm going to take a shot. If not, I'm going to work the one of those 2 curls. And I do. And this type of ag catch, no one should have a problem. That's one-on-one. Rondé Barber is not in position to be able to jump with freaking Randy Moss in the spot that he was in. There's no way he should be trying to play the ball in that situation. And as a result, he paid for it. Pistol tight slots, borderline waste of time. You do have a decent red zone high point play here. This shot cross. I'm going to run it here, actually. See if we can hit. I should probably flip the play, but I don't have time to get Moss running that route. But I'm going to try it with Jerry, and we're going to get the ball popped out and flying a million yards in the air. Pistol full house, don't even bother. It's horrible. So you have 2 useless pistol formations. Not a whole heck of a lot under center. The doubles formations, I'm not in love with. The passing selection out of the Y offset doubles formations aren't nearly as good as when he's in line. Going to be looking high point here to Kittle. We got it. And that's going to end the game. So there you go. I mean, I didn't hate playing with this playbook, but I didn't love it either. I don't think it's it's close to a bottom 10 playbook. It's not a top 10, not a top 15, barely a top 20. I'm going to put it at 20 right now. And again, this list is fluid. It's subject to change, and it more than likely will drop as I go along. But that's that for the Bears. That's the first playbook in NYKia 31's Madden 19 playbook review rankings. Hope you guys enjoy. Talk to you all later. Peace.